Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast. I am your host, the Monster, and I want to kind of give you a heads up. The podcast you're going to be listening is on the topic of nerd rage, which lately I've had a lot of nerd rage issues, and I wanted to talk to that with my co-host, Mr. Gene. Well, something happened during the production of the podcast. We had about 2 hours and 30 minutes worth of material, and when I went back to save it, guess what happened? Half of the podcast was missing. So, what you're going to be listening to in a few moments is going to be the last half of the podcast, which is still well over an hour, which is still a good enough time that I'm sure you will have, but just remember that when you listen to the podcast, it's me starting off in the middle of going to another topic. So it's not going to be, ha funny. Just give it some time. I promise you will enjoy it. So sit back and relax and listen to the Monster Sci-Fi Show podcast dealing with nerd rage.
I got that nerd rage. Nerd rage. I got that nerd rage. Nerd rage, nerd
All right, so going to the next level of our nerd rage, and we talked about this briefly, and I wanted to bring this up. My thing is that when we like a movie so much, we like buying the DVDs because we can always do things the R way, or find ways to watch
pirate way.
The pirate way.
R. You gotta do it right. These cakes R way. R way.
Just like what the pirates like to eat at Arby's,
No, but you know pirate stew, right?
I know.
Pirate stew always must have 239 beans. Do you know why, Monty?
No.
Why pirate stew can only have 239 beans? Because if you add one more, it's too farty. Ha! Too farty. Arr!
How long have you been saving that joke?
I don't know. I heard it like 2 years ago. Arr! 240.
I will wait for the moment, and this is it. I'm going to say it now. It's funny.
The crickets like it. Yay!
The kids will love it.
Yeah.
Too farty. Anyway.
I'm a child trapped in the body of a man. I want to be big again. Please, Sartan.
Oh, God. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, not all good stuff is always going to be in our favor. Not Hunger Games' favor.
I read the trilogy. I got through that. I've been bored.
I get it. Monkeys flying out of my butt. I get the reference. What? No, but my big pet peeve, and I know it's yours too, is we want the goodies that come with the DVDs. We want the extras. We want the commentary. We want the bloopers. We want it fucking all. And as such, we're willing to pay the price.
Right.
Right.
And we'll even buy it again if we have to, even though we hate that.
I think, for the most part, I think that line was crossed badly with Star Trek Into Darkness because of what they did.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. And you want to explain it?
Yeah, well, basically it's that if you wanted the director's commentary, you can only get it on the iTunes download.
You have to buy it.
Buy the movie and you got the commentary. You wanted, let's say, alternate takes or the deleted scenes.
From Planet of Klingon, you had to buy it from a certain retailer.
Right, either Target or Best Buy, and they each had their own different discs. So you would have to buy the movie at least 3 or 4 times just to get everything that you originally had in the first movie on one disc.
This is correct. In the Darkness, this was the first time that we noticed a change. Now, before, to my understanding, they wouldn't change the content, but they'd give different retailers different bonuses.
Which is fine.
Right. I don't mind that.
Right.
But at least the content on the DVD was not altered or changed or manipulated. Into the Star Trek Into the Darkness, they started to split it up.
Yeah.
Which was, that was unfair and wrong.
Or at least to the point that you had to buy the movie all over again. If you want to nickel and dime us, well, if you want the director's cut, maybe a couple of extra dollars. You want to get the gag reel, a couple extra dollars. But to really milk us out as another fucking purchase of the movie? No, that's ridiculous. Because how are you going to watch every single content that's the bonus stuff on separate media devices that you can't watch on just one device? Meaning, if I have a DVD or Blu-ray, it's in my machine, I watch it all.
Normally, though, what they do, I think, is they split up the content. You'll get more content, obviously, on the Blu-ray.
Right.
Which you don't have to do it that way, but now, generally speaking, I think DVD prices have dropped. Mm-hmm. Maybe, it comes out, and on Blu-ray, it's still $19.99 to $24.99 on Blu-ray. And sometimes it comes with a 3D Blu-ray, which the technology sucks. I don't know why you have a 3D Blu-ray, but okay.
Fine, I'll get the extra shit.
But that's like $25. The DVD, generally, it's like $17.99.
Right.
And so that's fine. That's actually seen a drop because the new tech is out. But the content, I don't mind paying more for the Blu-ray content. I've got a Blu-ray player.
Right.
Happy with that. But to cut the extra stuff,
right,
on DVD and or Blu-ray is it's just don't. And we got a taste of that, I think, originally with the Lord of the Rings. Everyone, the Lord of the Rings comes out. You buy it on DVD. You Yay! And then on that, there's a preview for the 4-hour thing that's going to be...
It's like, what?
Coming out in 3 months.
What the fuck?
4-hour.
You can't fuck me over. And it did it every single time that movie came out. And you got then the director's cut of, 13 extra minutes of footage and all that. Fine.
Yeah, you want to talk about Blade Runner? That's just...
Oh, don't get me started on Blade Runner. But going with the Lord of the Rings, it's like, all right, fine, I got my DVDs and I got the director's cut. What do you mean you're putting more shit on Blu-ray? And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Stop. It gets to be a point, it's like, don't milk me. Go fucking milk yourself. Yeah, exactly, little teats. You can milk anything, but don't milk me. Because that's ridiculous. I will give you my money. Here, take it. Give me what I want. Take my money. But if you're going to fuck me over, and this is why the pirating shit exists, because people are tired of being fucked over. If I have something and I want to share it, don't make it hard for me to do that. And don't take my money and expect me to give you more of it for content that I should have had to begin with, because it's unfair.
But this only works generally with really popular films or culty films.
Right.
We're not, like Money Pit. It's only going to come out once on DVD. That's it.
Right.
But that's back in the past, and you can have bare bones stuff. Even movies today, sometimes it's like, John Carter. That's it. It's coming out once.
Deal with it.
It's not great. I enjoyed it. But it's just...
You're the one.
Yeah.
And maybe 2 other people. That's like, but we got to go back to Barsoom. No, you're
Barsoom, it's the original sci-fi character. It's the origin. It's written by Burroughs. Come on. It's where everything comes from. All the... Okay, I know. But that's it. It's not coming out again. But the thing is, like, shit like Frozen. Frozen comes out, and you know what? The DVD extras on that are crappy, from what I understand. Mm-hmm. They're just... you want more. But that's what we got. But...
Or it's coming out of the vault for a limited time only, the golden edition of this same shit that you saw 20 years ago, and now we just made it, what? It has an extra layer of what? Crap?
I don't know.
It doesn't do anything, but they're going to throw it back into the vault, so it gives you this whole freaking... What? It's like, I can't get it again? No. I'll just wait another 10 years.
Okay, but that's the thing that really kind of... Saving Mr. Banks, that was it was an okay movie, but, okay, it's come out on DVD and Blu-ray just recently, and, you think, couldn't there be more extras, like actual recordings of the P.L. Travers conversations and things like that? No, it's on the Blu-ray. Therefore, you're not going to get it, and it's just like, but you missed a fine opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay, because even though I know that's there, and I would have liked it on the DVD and Blu-ray, you chose not to include it.
Right.
With crap like Frozen, that's going to come out every few years.
Right.
5-year anniversary, 10-year anniversary. And it's, Could you not put this all in one? Could you not have done some extra work? Because you know it's going to sell.
Right. Or you delay the stuff that we were going to originally release into the subsequent DVD releases, the director's cut, the extra bonus stuff, or the special sing-along edition of Frozen. And I'm like...
Though, I would be okay with it if... most people now have a gaming console in their home.
Mm-hmm.
Or a way to download stuff. I wouldn't mind DLC, downloadable content. I'd pay. You could cut that up for me that way. I'd take it. I would. Even though it should all be on the DVD at once...
Mm-hmm.
If you take, we came up with a DVD, we rushed it. Okay, we rushed it. We know it's doing well, and it does irk me a lot that Amazon, a movie came out last week, it's doing well. Buy your pre-order now on Amazon.com. No, this is too soon. I'm a little uncomfortable about that, but I wouldn't mind that if you sold me DLC that I could save on my device and watch. That's kind of okay. I don't mind that. What is your opinion of that? They haven't done that, but
no. My thing, and I'm fearing that this might happen one day. That literally, you go to the movie theaters, and as soon as you're done with the movie, you can buy the DVD right there.
That is the way that I think Steven Spielberg and George Lucas think it's going to go.
Right.
But then again, Thomas Edison thought that we'd all be paying 5 cents for single view movies, and that's what he believed. But no, that's not the way we
that's how you get psychiatry sessions for 5 cents at a time. Isn't that right, Lucy?
Yeah.
Not everything can be 5 cents.
So, yeah. I think it should be 5 cents. Yeah, 5 cents. No.
That's how we want health insurance, 5 cents. Why not?
Obamacare. No. I don't want to talk about Obamacare. I tried to register for it, and it was too expensive. I'm gonna pay my $95 fee for my 2014 taxes when I file it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That happens. But going back to the whole DVD shit, there was another issue that I was trying to bring up, and now I'm completely blanking out on it.
Good to mention that on a live audio thing.
Well, because, I can never edit this out, can I? No, that never happens. I don't know what this editing thing does. I don't know. I'm just... I don't like being fucked over. Oh, it was Star Wars. Okay.
Oh, God. George Lucas. A fine movie.
Right. George did, the whole re-release of all the movies because he had added, more CGI effects and all this. Okay. So we have that being released onto the DVDs that someone already owned the DVDs for. Oh, wait. We're going to now put this on Blu-ray. Blu-ray has another layer of editions that have not been released in another format or seen in the theaters, such as the Vader thing, which I have yet to even buy, but you're doing this for what reason?
Well, there's also other scenes. George Lucas believes that he's not finished with it.
Oh, God.
And I think he sold it to Disney, so he can't do it anymore. It's
right,
done.
right.
You can't.
For now.
I think we should start writing Disney letters, start a petition that say, I want the original Star Wars to be released, please.
The original, the way it was
because the thing is, again, there's a wonderful movie that's currently on Netflix that you can watch, The People versus George Lucas, which really just points out the fact that, all right, Star Wars was an Academy Award-winning film back when you used the practical models and special effects.
Right.
And you've now changed that. And now, when you go out and buy the Star Wars DVDs, you can't get the original way. You can't get the theatrical release.
Right.
It's only available maybe on some VHS copies that are now technology
unplayable.
That doesn't work. Right. Or, it's maybe like a laser disc, which...
I have a laser disc.
Yeah.
But I can't play it. I can only look at it and see my face in it. Because it's shiny.
So those versions are not available, and that's unfortunate. The weird thing, though, that they point out in the whole People versus George Lucas thing is that, but, George Lucas is on the board for the film restoration thing. Why are you doing this? And yet the bad thing is that people got credit for an Academy Award-winning film for these practical special effects, and now that version does not exist for public viewing. That is a crime. That's abysmal.
That it goes to those women, and I'm sure some men do, that get the plastic surgery on their faces, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop because they fix something else. it will get to a point it's like they become unrecognizable. How many times have we seen Joan
Michael
River?
Jackson's dad,
Michael
leave him
Jackson.
alone.
No, I know, but he became unrecognizable, and you get stretched and taunt, and basically you become like, oh my god, what's the character in Doctor Who that needs to be moisturized?
Oh,
the
God.
skin,
I know you're speaking.
her.
I did not know.
So you get to
Sandra something. I think.
right. So you get to the point where you're the last human. Really, you're a fucking piece of skin. How can you be the last human if all it is just this layer, a thin layer of skin that needs to be fucking moisturized? So it becomes unrecognizable. So I'm like, all the qualities that made that thing special is gone. I don't want that. So, and it goes back to the whole, well, I get angry about that shit because it means something to me, and now you're trying to take that away from me, and I get angry and frustrated because you expect me to swallow this? It's not love if you don't swallow. But in this case, I don't swallow for that reason. I cannot buy in good conscience.
Please find a different metaphor.
I cannot take it up the ass.
Oh, God.
And pay good money after good money for shit that I already own, and you telling me, "Oh, you need to have this."
I don't mind though when they add things to like.
Yeah, I know, but that's
like the Back to the Future. I'm gonna use an example like Back to the Future ride at Universal Studios, Orlando, right?
Right.
Torn down, gone, long gone,
Mhm.
and yet a few years ago they re-released Back to the Future, and it's like 25 years old already plus.
Right.
And yet they released okay, but this one has the Back to the Future ride on it. You cannot get this anywhere else. And so, look, it's just $10.
I know.
I was like, that's a precious memory for me. And I bought it, and I remember, I stood in line for like 3 hours trying to get
in a hot sun
over and over again. And it's not the greatest quality thing, but I was just, thank you for giving me that. But I don't know. If you add stuff that's normally not available, that's special, I'll buy it again.
Right.
But
and that's the thing. You want people to stop pirating shit.
I don't. The way I'll do it is, I'll watch some things. I won't generally save it, but then I'll eventually try to buy it.
Right. If I like it, I will buy it. And there's stuff that I'm like, oh my god, I need to get this.
Right now I'm not working, so
it's
I
hard
a little bit. But then I'm like, I don't really want that. I just want to
want
watch it,
right,
and then have it, and then once I have some money and I really like it, I'll buy it on DVD and I'll be fine. I'll delete it. I don't need that.
Right.
Because it is crime. It's not right. But
right.
I'm poor.
So it's a double-edged sword. And, we want to do things the right way.
But give us the complete set.
Right.
Please give us.
Right.
But the thing is with that, I mean, again, it's like the downloadable content thing. Like when they finish a video game. And I do like this about video games. It's like, all right, we just came out with Marvel Lego. Here you go. You buy it, and you're playing it, yay! But then we're going to release DLC stuff with different characters. Like, there's a Thor 2 thing you can get for $1.99. You get little Thor 2 characters running through your Marvel Lego movie, or Marvel Lego game, and that's cool. And the thing is that, there's not going to be a re-release of that. But I think sometimes it's interesting when, like, oh, you got the Game of the Year, or it's sold a certain amount, drop it in price, and here's the complete thing.
Right. And that's marketing. It happens. You had a product cycle, like you have this initial rush that people demanded. Over time, you have to repackage it to make it more attractive. So those who never got it initially, they waited, but they got it.
But I don't mind that if you're still working on your ad, I'll buy it. I'll buy it again.
Right.
I have no problem with that.
Right. But it's when you bought everything at a premium, and then down the road, oh, you can get that for $1 now.
Well, I think the problem is that like as far as I know right now, Star Trek Into Darkness is not going to be released. It just came out a few months ago. It's not going to be released for a while. And the thing is, I don't think they're going to ever make a one DVD set because it's not
worthy of it.
Yeah. Well, it's not that great. So
no, but just wait. When the next Star Trek movie comes out, they'll box it together.
Ooh, yeah, but we'll see what that looks like.
So basically, it's like the I was gonna say the Samuel Adams.
The beer?
No, it's the John No, it's not the John Adams.
Quincy Adams?
Oh God. The invisible hand theory.
Oh gosh, we're going back to management and economics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adams. All I remember is keep saying Adams, not Samuel Adams, because that shit will knock you out. No, it was the Samuel L. Jackson, the drink. It was a Dave Chappelle show. So they did a little sketch. It was Samuel L. Jackson Adams, the beer.
Okay.
And so it's made by him. So that shit will knock you out. And basically, it's a black version of that beer. It's like, shit will knock you out. It was just funny. So going back to the economics of atoms, it's the invisible hand theory. And we talked about this years ago.
Right.
About how...
If it doesn't sell, it'll drop in price.
Right. All by itself. You don't have to do anything because the invisible hand will move it up and down. When there's high demand, you're going to get a high price for that item.
Sure.
And
like Beanie Babies back in the...
Yeah, exactly. And then what happens to that guy? He's in jail.
Beanie Baby guy in jail?
Yeah, I think tax evasion or some other shit that got him in trouble for not paying.
Sure, that's not the Tommy Ho character who like, oh, I do real estate. Look, I have all these real estate. And he's in jail.
You dumb American. You want to be like me? No, you can't because you're lazy.
And the guy's going, wild guys.
Yeah, exactly, same thing. So you would think...
And Wesley Snipes? No, I don't know. But Wesley Snipes.
Well, he's out of jail.
Oh,
yeah. He's going to kick your ass if he knows about that.
If he's one of the 35 people that listen to this podcast.
I don't care if you're a vampire. I'm going to kill you. Blade. Oh, so it's... The product cycle is always going to have that issue. You're going to have high demand, high prices. Over time, it's going to drop. And the price will drop as well. At this point, short of doing the R thing, I will wait for things to drop off and buy it at a steal. Because that's how... Because we don't have money that's as disposable as it used to be a couple years ago.
True enough.
So, fuck it. I'll wait. I'll watch my movies another way. And until that time I'm ready to buy, I'll do that. Because it's one thing to have it. When it comes out, I get all excited about it and I want it. But you know what? Not one I've been fucked over so many times.
Well, that's the thing that's interesting to me. There's no choice, really. You have to buy it if you really want it. I mean, Netflix is great, and I think it's a great deal. You know, all the movies you want, streaming, but we have in our selection for $9. Great. Yeah. But we're going to mess with it. We'll take it and pull it, so you have to buy it if you really want it.
And that's a whole other issue that it's getting me pissed off, because down the road, the whole net neutrality issue regarding how all internet traffic is the same. Whether you pay, for X amount of speed versus someone else on the road, doesn't make a difference. You all get the same access at the same time. But that's all going to change. And that streaming crap is going to be fucking expensive because we're going to have a data cap. And that sucks. To the nth degree. Because that's going to hurt their business model. And then we have no streaming. And all the shit that we buy that's on DVD that we now could save to the cloud, well, guess what? We can't watch it because we can't stream it on our devices if we have internet. So we're going to have to go back to fucking DVDs or go to a downloaded content on our mobile devices to watch what we want. We're not going to have this whole free reign of internet access. So that's a whole other issue of nerd rage that you can get into.
Enjoy what you have now.
Exactly. But let's go into Thor 2 because we were planning to talk about this for a while. And,
all right, let me give some background on this.
Yeah, please do.
All right. So, I got to see Thor 2.
First.
First. When it was still in the theater, and I was happy with it. I liked it. And I pitched it to you, Monty.
Yeah, and you're a good sounding board for me. If I don't see something and you like it, 9 out of 10 times, we get on board. I finally got you to watch Battlestar, and as crappy as it was, you still enjoyed it.
You didn't get me to watch Battlestar. You recommended it to me.
I kept pitching it to you, and until someone had a vagina, make you watch it.
I can't say no to a woman.
Yes, you can.
I know.
See?
How much?
No!
I'm not like that. But generally,
Would you do it for a conduct bar? What?
Anyway, so I enjoyed Thor 2, and I pitched it to you. You said, okay, great. So we had a weekend. It was a free weekend. Your wife
my God, a rare weekend to have without any
family
family around.
It was stressful.
A Saturday night that we actually going to watch Thor in the same room. Watch it on DVD.
And I had a few beers. We tried nice sandwiches. We found a nice little restaurant that you enjoyed. And then we watched Thor 2, and you did not crack a smile. We're not happy with it at all. And I will say this. I've been drinking. You don't drink.
Mm-hmm.
But, to be fair, though, you watched it and then you rewatched it by yourself. You watched it with me,
Right.
and then and I fell asleep because I was drinking. But I said it before.
You were sleeping with meow meow.
Yeah. Meow.
Meow meow.
Yay! But then, to be fair, you rewatched it and you still didn't like it.
Yeah.
Now, there were films that we disagree on very rarely. Again, I like Scott Pilgrim and found it great, and it's a cult classic for me, and I love it, and I will always like it.
Right.
You didn't like it, but we wanted to talk about Thor and why Thor: A Dark World. Why you didn't like it, and yet the interesting thing is, I did some research on this. Generally speaking, critics liked it. It made money. It made more money than the original.
Just because it made money does not make it a quality movie.
But most of the critics that I understood gave it high scores as well. Now, I will give you that it's not a pretty movie.
I don't care if it's pretty. I don't care if it's dirty.
It's a dark. This weird.
Please, I live
flares,
in dark. It's not J.J. Abrams' lens flares.
Yeah, no, it's filters. Is the word I'm looking for? Not flares. It's filters.
Right.
Weird. Like, wow, that looks okay.
But it's film-wise, overall, it's like dimly lit.
Yeah.
Whereas the first movie is like gorgeous. Asgard never looked more gorgeous on film.
Good for you, Kenneth Braga.
Yeah, and he brought that quality that I'm like, you made the right choice.
This movie, I mean, Alan Taylor, I think, directed who did lots of Game of Thrones stuff. It's fine. Originally, it was going to be another actor. She left the project. Natalie Portman was not happy about that. But your contract says you're going to be in this movie, Natalie.
And it showed. Starting with her performance, it showed. She's just like, yeah, I'm going to do my thing and not give...
She's not useful. And you were like, yeah, why is she in London? Why are we in London? Why with their research? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, Darcy said she didn't get paid. I don't know why she's there.
Right.
You know, but...
And then have assistant on top of that. I'm like, why?
Romantic interest for her.
Not even.
Something to play with.
Not even.
I don't know.
It goes nowhere. And Darcy, of all things, who I was enamored with in the first movie, and her going meow meow over the Mjolnir, Thor's hammer, was, to me, I so loved her. Even though she had a small role, it was that kind of like...
And yet, do you watch Two Broke Girls?
Yes, I do. Every once in a while. And I love
her.
her...
Watch it with your pants on? Where are your hands? Do they go below your waist while watching Two Broke Girls? I'm just saying.
What I do with my own two balls is my own business.
I don't want to know this answer.
And why only two? Well, that's what a guy gave me. What the fuck is that
Back
guy?
to Noah.
Because the Bible says I'm supposed to have three. He only gave me two. Does not God love me? Whatever.
Getting back to the program. So I enjoyed the movie. I found it humorous. I found it lighthearted. I don't. It for me, it was solid. It held up the Marvel Universe standard for me. I found the growth of Loki's character to be interesting. I find that it was a fine. I mean, there was Iron Man 3, which I don't like Iron Man 3. Although I thought their move with the Mandarin thing was brave and bold and daring. But then Thor 2 came out after. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. And it was a fine compliment, I thought. It really... I liked it, and I think it moved the story forward. You didn't feel that way at all, though.
No, in fact, it was Iron Man 3 that I thought, even with the Mandarin red herring let down, because that was the whole thing, is that Iron Man still has no nemesis of his own. And Mandarin was that one character that I really, really wanted to see. Fine. Even with that letdown, it was still a better story. It was more compelling because the character had growth because of the shell shock incident.
From the Avengers.
Right, and that carried over. Perfect. So, incidents or things that are carried over from one movie to another, I expected this to be more interesting for the character of Thor, for Natalie Portman, for all the prime players to be in this movie. It didn't do anything. Natalie slapping Loki, saying, that's for New York?
Right.
Why? She wasn't in New York.
No, but...
She wasn't affected by New York. I didn't feel it was her place, even though she might have been, this is for humanity, I'm going to smack you in the face.
I think the thing for it is it was that, it's just like, all right, because, look, when we leave the Avengers, New York City is burning.
Right.
There's been a severe alien invasion. Where people died, I'm sure, but we're not going to focus on that.
And besides, the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. already have cleaned up that shit. Like, literally split. So, whatever.
And what a lovely crossover with Thor. Which
I didn't see. And did you or no?
I did. I keep picking at the scab.
Okay.
I watched it and I thought, yeah, there's a. Did you watch the end credits to because there's a lizard thing left over from the different realms and it's jumping around and it's like chasing birds.
No.
And I thought, oh, that'd be a perfect thing. S.H.I.E.L.D. can deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're gonna do a berserker twist riff on it with some weird original storytelling. That it didn't work. And yeah, that was the final straw for me. That's why I don't watch it anymore. Just even though Sith was on, yay, Sith was no, didn't.
Which is a whole other issue with Jamie Alexander, not as Wonder Woman, but that's all other story.
We feel badly. We wanted Jamie Alexander. She played her card right. She just
we couldn't have wanted anything better for her. But in this case, even her character had nothing to do.
What? She didn't have much.
The whole I have feelings for you, Thor, and Thor still going after Jane. The whole triangle never paid off.
Well, I think she got injured during the filming of Thor.
Something to that, right?
But it doesn't matter.
Right.
The product though, as a whole, for me, it does do what it tells. What it basically what I hoped it would. It does move the characters forward. And I'll even give you that Rene Russo's role in it. Sure. A little superficial, kind of, okay, we need a sympathetic moment here to bond Loki with Thor,
Right.
Because otherwise it's pointless. But she's a badass. She fights okay. But, yeah, you're going to die.
It's a pointless death. From a character point of view, it's pointless because...
But for the plot,
that you need to do that. You're right.
You need to have a major character pass.
Right.
And the Eric Selvig character, you're comedy relief now. You kind of went crazy from the Thor thing.
That's what I think I got more pissed off because it's like you making a mockery of the character itself, being part not of the joke, but being the joke.
But his character, though, even in the original Thor movie, he's not the most serious character. He's somehow connected to S.H.I.E.L.D.
You love him in the first movie. Him palling around with Thor, drinking, and then palling around was so genuine. That's what I miss so much about that movie, is that here he is, all right, fine, he makes an excuse. Well, if you have some kind of guy fucking around with your brain, then that's what's going to happen to you.
He's in the Avengers.
I know, but talking about from that point on, it's like like I was saying, he is the joke, not part of the joke. It's different when you have a character that is in on its own sense. Like, like Meow Meow with Cat. She's playing along with us, but in here it's like I felt bad for him prancing around being naked, in this crap, and I'm like, oh my god, it really bugged me because that's not how you should do that.
It's not respectful, you're saying,
right? In any respect.
But the thing is that for me, the idea of coming back to the Thor universe, you had to have these characters return. You could write them out.
Yeah.
You could write them out, but there's no point to that. I mean, what's his name? Fendril is different, but you don't really care. It's played by a different actor who's had a different commitment.
I know.
You don't care. You're like, all right.
So why don't you just get Carrie Elway, so it looks like...
Yeah, that's all it is.
Princess Bride guy, no.
Glory, yeah. But for me, it still was compelling enough. And, the thing is, it took me away for, less than 2 hours to a world that entertained me. And, I like the Jane Foster Thor romance thing. I'm not fantasizing. Oh, I'm thinking about Natalie Portman. But the thing is, I'm not
But on that point, going back to Superman and...
It still held for me.
I don't buy it. I did not
feel
Natalie
anything. Portman and Thor stand next to each other.
No, I felt nothing. It felt so like I don't want to be here moment between the two of them. It was so...
Superficial?
It's like, oh, this still looks good on you. It's a different mentality when you... What she said in the first time is like, you cleaned up really good. It's really a difference between night and day for her saying about his coming back and having this big reveal in the first one, and the second one, and him coming back is like, well, you try to explain why you've been away. It's like, well, okay, I'll buy that excuse.
Yeah, well, that's not bad for excuses.
Yeah, and
I had to balance the world and this and that.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh God, it's so painful to watch that because it's not bringing anything of truth to me between these two characters that I was invested in the first one, and it didn't take much, but because of the two characters themselves, the actors portrayed, there was a freshness about them, and this one, it was just like, I know I'm going to have to say these lines, it's like technobabble. You have to believe what it is that you're saying that's to be true. This
Yeah,
didn't
but
feel that.
I think what it is that maybe you're feeling, I don't know. But my thing is, the Avengers came together beautifully.
Yes.
And really, I mean, Marvel has been building this whole thing piece by piece for many years, and it all comes together so well in the Avengers. And then what you're doing is that you're taking this great team and you're taking them back and you're separating the pieces.
Right.
Again. So he's going to go back to, where are we going? Should be New Mexico, but no, we're going to do it London.
Right.
Don't know why she's there. She's fine. Gravimetric readings or whatever. Fine.
Right.
But it's just going back to the different separate piece. And for me, it holds.
Right, I understand that, and I want that too. I want a separate Thor story, and I want to have them reunite.
The characters are back, right?
And it happens. We know it's this ebb and flow, going back and forth, back and forth. That's what's going to happen. But the problem lies is that, are they only going to matter when it's going to be pulled together? Because honestly, after watching Thor in this second outing, it didn't do anything. Because one, you had a villain who
forgettable.
Very forgettable.
Right.
Because you have to set up...
Poor Christopher Eklund.
You have to set him up and say, this is the backstory. And then he's gone for years. He comes back. And then he's this threat that Asgard has to face. And I'm like, not once did I feel anything of what's his motivation other than he needs to get this floating jello crap back.
Right.
I don't care. That really pissed me off, because if you don't care about, for me, the villain has to be, I want to be the guy who gives the beat down. I want to feel my life through Thor to beat his ass down. But if I don't give a shit about him, it didn't do anything for me. So I'm left with, well, you still had Loki. Loki is probably one of the few things, if any, that I was still happy about, because he was still true to his character, and even when he was changing, when they were about to go on their confrontation to the villain, he's changing to the different characters, and he changed to Captain America, he changed to Scifi. So I'm like, perfect. Where's that fun, that mischief that he does? Perfect. Everybody else is just not there.
I don't know. I found a lot of humor in Dark World, But then again, I was able to accept that world. I had no problems. I was entertained whenever Kat Dennings was on the screen. I liked the interactions between Natalie Portman or Jane Foster in this and Thor. I was okay with it. I don't know. I think that maybe, I do beg your pardon, I'm going to say something critical here. You're cynical about films, and I mean, you hold such a high degree of standards, and the thing is, for me, I'm like, I can let go. I mean, I can sit there and go, oh crap, this is the movie that we're in, and for a while I can let go. But we recently saw Machete Kills together, which I was like, oh god, wait, no, I don't need alcohol, I'm just gonna go with it. And I was like, oh god, oh, and you were okay with it.
I was okay not because of Machete itself, because it's nothing like the first movie.
No, and that's
exactly the whole point. It's nothing like the first movie. But for me, what pushed it over, okay, I like it, was Sofia Vergara. Her character going way over the top is what made me feel it's funny enough, I'm satisfied with it, and I'm good with that. Thor didn't have that same feeling, in which, let's say, maybe there should have been more Loki to push me over the edge to you know what, I didn't like the movie, but Loki made me feel happy in that world. So there wasn't enough for me to feel that I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say.
Kills is rated R as well. I'm sorry. So yeah.
Oh, so Machete. Okay.
Kills is rated R as well.
Right, because we talked about Machete, the first one versus Machete Kills being R to PG-13.
I thought that I was incorrect. Yeah, there was rated R as well, and then I have no. Yeah, I didn't like Machete's Kill.
Okay.
Machete Kill. Period.
Right.
I kind of liked the over the top nudity and everything in the first one, but yeah, even though it's Lindsay Lohan's stunt double, it serves the story. Keep going. It's weird.
It's funny.
But go. But
right.
Yeah, Machete Kills. No.
But still, I was again.
You took that.
You and I are complete opposites on a lot of things when we are letting things go. I can let that go.
Yeah, I couldn't. I tried to watch and I was like, yeah, no, that's terrible. I don't know.
And it happens. We're not going to be, buddies on everything. And that's fine, because there are times in which...
I need my pain! God, no! You're not taking that! I hate this movie! I need it!
And yet, there are times in which we watch crap.
And we're okay with it.
And we're okay with it, because we know it's crap, but how many times did I watch Sequest?
Oh,
and
God.
And you will watch, it's like, why do you keep watching that?
And your answer was, because there's nothing else on. Wow, you're a dedicated sci-fi fan. Okay.
So even bad sci-fi sometimes fill a void. But this is not that bad in the sense that it was good. It wasn't like something I would want to own. I don't want to watch it again.
I don't buy the Thor movies. I like the first one. Have I bought it? No. It's not.
I need to get it, but it's like, well, I want to eat too.
I like it, and when it comes together in the whole Avengers set, which it already has kind of come out.
Yeah, Phase 1, all the movies. I'm like, oh God damn it, it's $100.
It's got a cute little case of the Tesseract.
Like, don't do that.
It's got a glow-in-the-dark cube. Come on, no. I don't need it. I don't need it.
No, exactly. But that's different. They're gonna package that anyway. We got to the point where if they're gonna do a trilogy, don't buy the first movie when it comes out. Don't buy the second one. Wait until everything is put together, and then you got the nice super package. That's the rule of thumb.
But it takes so long.
Dude, invisible hand. Wait. It's worth it. That's why we get, toys that we buy for sale, like, for $1. Like the one you were trying to give me earlier. Yeah. The Janeway and the 7 of 9 mini-mates. Mm. How much did you pay for that?
$2.38.
Thank you. And how much was that going for originally?
$9.99.
Thank you. And how much are you gonna make if you sell it?
On eBay?
Yeah.
Like $10.
See? Profit.
Yay.
Go Ferengi.
Umax. Umax.
Moogie.
Oh, God.
How much money are you gonna make off the mini-mates?
So we're talking about... It's fine, but the thing is, it's what you like. But let's talk about the Marvel futures. And your decision to not watch previews.
Yes.
And Guardians of the Galaxy is the ultimate test for you. You said Winter Soldier comes out this Friday. I'd like to see that. We're going to see that. I hope.
If not that Friday or the weekend, that next Tuesday when I'm
early at the $5 theater with
exactly.
subtitles.
$5 and in Spanish. But why do you not wait for something that you have less money to do with and make it worth your time by waiting?
Well, sometimes you can't wait.
I know, and even the theaters are realizing...
I do want to go to a movie theater and watch movies. That is the best way.
Right.
But it's such a pain in the ass. Get the movie times.
Right.
Got to buy your $7 popcorn, which you really don't need, but you can't bring your own food in the theater, or you can. But it just...
And you just make sure you don't go to that theater that makes you check your bags. I don't care about the food. I see the other shit.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? But the point here is that theater chains are realizing their movies are way too expensive.
That's where they make their money.
They make the movie over
that's
the
why
fucking concession.
They're concessions. That's why popcorn's $7.
Exactly. So what they have to do, move this shit maybe to the middle of the week where it's cheaper to go. Right. Which is, unfortunately for us, we go because that theater is always that price regardless.
Yay, go AMC cheap.
Yeah, before 6 o'clock.
Crappy AMC theater with the Coke stain on the 7 years.
Yeah, I know, which annoys me, but we get to have
a great movie.
A great movie by ourselves, literally, at times. So it's a good experience.
Always been that way.
And we're not
paying too much.
Paying too much for it.
Yes.
Right. And especially when it's shit that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe I wasted $40 for a family of 4 for a shit movie,
Well, you have a family of 4.
I know, but
family of 4.
But it's one of those you want to go out and have a movie night and enjoy it. There are ways you can do it more reasonably.
So tell me again, please, because I want to keep track of your experience.
All right.
Why you are not watching previews? What is you hope to get from this? I don't think it's that painful. I don't.
No. Here's the thing. There was a guy that was on NPR, and this is one of my things that I will listen to constantly.
I listen to NPR as well.
Yeah, but I have a lot more drive time than you.
That's true. I don't have a job right now, but I listen to books on cassette or CD. Excuse me.
Cassette? What is that thing you speak of? So he was talking about. It was a movie reviewer, and he was talking about. I don't know what movies I'm going to be reviewing. I'm just going to show up and there's a movie playing. So I have no idea.
He gets free passes.
Right, exactly. So that's a nice.
Don't get that.
That's a nice little perk. But the thing is, he goes into this movie not knowing anything about it, and then I get surprised. So I'm writing So he doesn't have the pre-notion or prejudgment going into it because there's certain actors in it or the shit that's going on. before then, like bad press, problems, like Waterworld. How many problems that Waterworld have being over budget, and how Kevin Reynolds and Kevin Costner were having problems with making this movie work and all that, and yet it turned out to be at least a decent popcorn movie. But the reviewer's point was like, I don't care. I don't want to know any of that. I just want to go in, see a movie
objectively,
and then be surprised if it's going to show me things that I'm not going to see on the trailer, because the trailers spoil so much information. And a perfect example on that, having watched The Birdcage constantly, almost on a regular basis, because we have no TV. We have a TV in the bedroom, but no.
The DVD is stuck inside.
No. And that's it. That's all we watch. No, we don't have the antenna for the TV in the bedroom, so we just watch DVDs at night. So Birdcage is one of those. We've seen it so many times. We still laugh at the same jokes. But when I looked at recently, the first time, the trailer to Birdcage
gives everything away.
The first scene is, Robin Williams' son is getting married. Whereas if you watch that movie, it's the first mystery or the unraveling of that mystery between that character who thinks his spouse is having an affair with a younger man. And it kind of takes away that mystery, that whole setup. So if you saw the trailer, you already know that that's what that is. So this whole context of, is he having a relationship with someone else? It's null and void. So I don't want to go into a movie, and especially with the trailers lately, how they show you.
I understand, and there is the argument that, the trailer shows too much.
Right.
But those films, generally, they're not Marvel films. They're not big studio productions. You know what I mean? They're the smaller productions.
No, I know.
You know what I mean? Because, like, and the things, particularly like with franchises that are unexplored, like Divergent. I have no idea what that is.
Right.
You've got to feed me something to get me in that theater.
Right, which is something. It's just different.
You know what I mean? I haven't read that book. I have no idea.
Right.
You know, and particularly like starts of trilogies, you need like Percy Jackson and the lion thing, whatever. Whatever, you know what I mean.
Lion-O?
No, I know. Oh, fuck. Now I
No, the Lightning Thief.
Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief thing.
Right.
You know, I needed to know what the heck this is, because the title tells me nothing.
Right, except
Name of the character. What?
the name of the character, exactly. No, but even within the trailer...
but sometimes, what is it? Just a one out, a standalone thing. It does give you too much. I'll admit that. And that's different trailer companies that... you gave away the twists.
Mm-hmm.
You gave me the first, second, and third act.
Right.
Or just the pieces of that. I can put it together. Why did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
But I think most of the time with more A-grade productions, you're not going to get everything.
No, I understand that. But the problem lies, going back to Divergent, I saw Wolf of Wall Street with my cousin who came into town. And I watched the trailer. Not knowing, I knew of the book. I didn't know the details, whatever.
It's a book? No, yeah, sorry.
Exactly.
I haven't seen it yet. And after Ellen DeGeneres' reveal of Joshua Hill, yeah, we see it. I'm like, I don't think I want. Wait, there's a lot of full fun of female nudity in that movie, Gene. Okay, I'll think about it. But go ahead. Yes, sorry.
So I'm watching the trailer. I'm like, oh, so this is basically Hunger Games meets Harry Potter. Because it had
Wall Street?
No, Divergent.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, the trailer to that came before Wolf of Wall Street.
Right. Well,
so if you're trying to sell me on that premise, because basically there's like 5 different clans, so to speak, that people are being categorized, but she is part of all of the clans. So it gets really weird. And
like Miranda? You know? Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Sorry. Just purposely trying to throw you off track there.
No, and even that pissed me off.
I know.
If I never got more...
I would have never figured that was the movie I'd get from the preview. The movie I got where the mother gets transformed into the freaking bear?
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought this was going to be a girl...
Yeah.
Archery movie. It's not that at all.
What the hell is this Brother Bear shit? What the fuck? It went off in a different movie, and then knowing what the history is...
And it's Pixar! Pixar doesn't mess up like this.
And
it does now.
Exactly.
Part 2, this...
Come on. That was just beyond belief. Because you had a problem with one director who's a female, you got rid of her, and you got someone else like, you know what? I want to do Brother Bear now. I'm like, come on. This made me so upset knowing, and this is, I think...
And it was so funny, you were like, and you can tell the exact moment it changes from one direction to the other. And I'm sitting there, I'm going, wait, that's, what just happened? Wait, watching a different movie. Why are we going this, okay. Oh God.
Yeah.
First view of the watch. Okay, that's weird.
Yeah. It's so... As fans, Pixar was up there.
Yeah, but they're doing Dory 2, Searching for Dory.
Yeah, I know.
Finding Dory, and The Incredibles 2. Yay, they finally announced it.
I know. I want Incredibles 2. I really do. But also, we're going to get Cars 3. Fuck you. Don't give me Cars 3. Cars 2...
John Lasseter's dream. He owns the company. You cannot stop that.
No, because we believed in him. When we talked about how story mattered and how they broke down Monsters, Inc. over and over again.
He's getting older.
I know. No, what I'm saying is that there was a quality to that.
Sure.
Okay? But the quality is starting to change. There's a noticeable change in which the movies are being made. And I felt that in Cars 2 because that had nothing to do with the main characters from the first movie. And I'm blanking out. Lightning McQueen was the B story. Was the B story. Mater became the A story.
Yeah, I know.
All right, fine. You do that in Mater's Tall Tales. I love Mater's Tall Tales. They're hysterical. But this was not that vehicle for that. That movie should have been direct-to-DVD. It should have been.
Cars 2, but Pixar doesn't generally do direct-to-DVD.
I know.
They were going to do that with Toy Story 2, but then they decided, no, let's stop and redo the whole thing.
Right.
I know this because I love Pixar.
Right. And then what happened to Toy Story 3? Let's put it to right to... No. We're going to make this
the
work.
Technology has changed.
Yeah.
Let's redo everything.
Yeah. So it's like...
Amazing.
They had a superior track record. So you have this expectation. But then Cars 2... Oh, no. Let me back it up. Even with Cars, it was a little bit clunky, and I gave it a passing.
But yeah, because it was still innovative.
Right.
I didn't like the story. I have no idea where it was, but okay, fine.
Right. You still go with it.
Yeah.
But I think Brave was that whole dividing line. I was so hooked on that first half because there was a female character. And finally, that...
A Disney princess, a new Disney princess.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, great. And then Brother Bear came in. No.
The Brother Bear element.
Yeah. So that came in and ruined the movie. Cars 2 had that whole disastrous Mater spy bit, which, I'm sorry, I'm sure it's funny on some level. I took my son and he enjoyed it, but I just could not get there.
I think that the problem is you're an adult.
No.
Well, no, let me finish the statement.
Well, yes, I am adult.
No, I'm not. Take it back.
You're stupid.
No, sorry. The crystal in your hand says you're an adult.
No.
It's time for you to respect.
Run, runner.
Wow, that's a cool special effect. Where's his hand?
My gun shoots fire.
But, okay, so the thing is, the idea, the best thing that Pixar does, all right, is that it makes family films. That means, by definition, your child likes it and you like it for a completely different reason.
No.
Well, you get the jokes, you get more jokes. Like,
right.
The Lego Movie, as an example. I've never, for a long time, I haven't seen such a perfect family film.
Right.
Lego Movie is completely, it's awesome.
It's totally awesome.
Everything is awesome. But I don't know. I mean, that was, but Pixar, yeah, it's a clear misstep. But the thing is that if your kid likes cars, and really, I mean, NASCAR racing is still in.
I know.
It's still, I mean, it's gonna appeal to a certain demographic, perhaps generally in the Midwest, I'm thinking, where
they like going around in circles.
You find wearing a shirt that's way too small that exposes your beer belly is just fine.
Or making left is all right. What? Because that's all they do. It's all left. So, that's how I feel coming down with Marvel. Is that the quality that they started off with Iron Man, and now the misstep with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which was a big misstep, in my opinion. Even though it's the perfect vehicle for Disney to promote all the other movies in between, we had an expectation of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and that went down after the first couple of episodes.
Right.
So, when that came up with Thor, I'm like, please be good. And I believed you. to be.
You
that,
believe-
that-
I believed in you, kid. I believed you. You said it would be good. You lied. Why did you? I'm like, it was good. I still had no problem.
Say, Gene, come here.
God, Jesus.
You want some more? I got some more.
Where's Mjolnir? To me. Never to me. Fuck, it's in the other room.
Oh wait, you're not worthy. That's why. So, my worry is that
your test then comes with this next movie.
yes,
Winter Soldier. If that doesn't fly, because Guardians of the Galaxy is too unstable. We don't know.
Right,
and they already know. They were already expecting lower box office.
Right. So we have that expectation ahead of time. We know that's going to be an iffy thing. Captain America
has got to hit. It'll restore your faith in the universe.
Right.
If it hits.
Right.
And
yeah, you're going to have dips and ups and downs. You're going to not have everything being a winner. You didn't like Iron Man 3. You like Iron Man, Thor 2. I didn't like Thor 2. I like Iron Man 3. It balances out. It balances out.
But Captain America has to hit.
Yes.
If it hits, then all is restored.
Right.
And if it misses, God help us all.
Well, that's the other thing. Because
Joss, help us all.
Oh, this oil bath's going to feel so good. What? I don't know why I'm doing that line all over. Fucking Star Wars gay bot.
Because you miss it.
And this oil bath's going to be so feeling good.
No, you don't miss it. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know, but I'm worried about Joss's creation. I think that he might unwittingly be doing the Batman and Robin thing. And it's the trend now. Let's throw everything into it. Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, Vision, Ultron, the Hulkbuster thing. I'm like,
yeah.
If these elements do not fit in well, and we're not given time as an audience to digest it, it's gonna be so much. No, I think you and I might survive it, because and also the test comes in like X-Men: Days of Future Past. You've got a lot in that movie, and I have never seen a movie where you have so many elements and the story does not suffer horribly from that. You know, you do have those movies that everyone gets their line. Everyone gets their 5 minutes.
Right. Avengers is the perfect. Everyone gets their moment.
Perfect. Yes. Except,
and even Serenity, everyone gets their moment. You have to treat it as everyone has to have a moment to make it plausible.
I just wish that Scarlett Johansson remembered that she was Russian throughout the entire film. You've got a handful of lines of dialogue. Could you not just...
You know, I think you're more upset because she's having straight hair in the second movie. And
I don't like the straight hair! What is the problem with that? It looks kind of... God, I kind of like the poofy, even though that's not the way the character appears in the comic book. That's fine, but I...
So you say that she should be using L'Oreal because she's worth it?
Sure, whatever you want.
Or maybe she's, because in the Winter Soldier, they're in the winter, so the hair is more straight, so it's not as poofy and curly, because in the summer, with the humidity, that's going to make it all curly.
If I had heat vision, you would not have eyebrows right now. Jesus, what are we talking? It just looks flat to me. Let's go, let your hands.
No, she's not. Not even.
I don't
Close.
know. I don't know. I don't even know who she is anymore.
Oh, it's because she's got a bun in the oven.
Yeah, I don't. Scarlett Johansson. I saw Lost in Translation.
We saw her.
I don't remember that. I saw her in Island.
Well, we saw her butt. Well,
I don't remember.
Sorry.
And yet, the first movie I remember Scarlett Johansson in is Iron Man 2 for some reason, but that's just she's Black Widow, and then,
because she did the move.
And then she did the move. Oh my God, Jon Favreau! We worked that pose. I'm like, oh my God, and yet. That's the only thing I really want to remember about Iron Man 2, because the rest of it's completely
And time is another issue. I forgive Iron Man 2 being crappy as is because they're putting in too much shit. It's forgivable on some degree because of what they try to do. So if you take out the shield crap and the bullseye up to the Monte Carlo scene.
Bullseye?
I'm not Bullseye. Whiplash. Sorry. Fucking getting too many characters mixed up in my head. The first part of Iron Man 2 up to Monte Carlo where he encounters Whiplash. That fucking scene is amazing. Him slicing the damn Formula 401.
Cool.
Oh my God. That's brilliant stuff. He gets arrested. And then the movie goes downhill from there.
I think that the whole thing, I mean, you're just going to have to live this way. There are going to be moments that you're going to love and quote.
Right.
Even, well, not really with the Star Trek Into Darkness movie. You don't quote from that at all.
Except that it fucking sucked. It sucked.
You don't sit there,
It
I mean,
sucked the left nut.
Instead of now doing
No.
the... You do the Leonard Nimoy, well, no, the Zach, Quinto.
Yeah.
Different. I can't even...
It's so painful.
Let me rip off that scab again. It looks like it's healing well. Gah!
Oh, God. It's so... You have passions for some things that are so near and dear to you, and then someone comes along and just fucks that over.
You know it's just a TV show. I'm just saying.
It's more than a TV show.
It's a way of life. We're going to the stars! No,
Add Astra! Who's Astra? Why do you need to add her? Because it's Latin, idiot. So that's my other thing, is that we get so hooked on things like the Nexus that we want to literally wrap ourselves in this moment and just be happy because we are so in love with this moment and we never ever want to let it go again. But yet the reality is we're going to get fucked over, and that gets us more upset because there's a reason for business. I understand that you need to make money, but don't fuck over the fans that support you. So Josh knows that. That's why we got Serenity, because people...
Well, we got that because he believed in it so hard.
Right. So we got lucky, you know. So there's goodness out there. I felt this. I believe in it. But...
He was involved in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Vaguely.
I know it's Jeb and
I know his brother. That's the other
Dr.
thing.
Horrible. They did that. That was
I
good.
know. Because he was in it, not because he was just associated with it. Whatever the case is, we can go on and nerd rage about everything. You know how the Noah movie was better as a book than the movie. The book is so much better.
It teaches you so much.
It goes even further than the 40 Days and 40 Nights of Rain. It's so good. Especially when it's, narrated by James Earl Jones.
But I think that, Chapter 1. You see, Simba. I mean, Jesus. You have forgotten. No, I'm sorry. Oh, that was offensive.
Yes, it was. You're going to go to hell for that.
Probably.
Oh, boy, you are.
Can I go to left?
Backwards?
No.
Oh, God.
Okay. Anyway, that's the best I got. No, I don't know, but I think the Marvel Universe, getting back to that, I think they're going to be okay. I mean, the thing is that every movie makes money. I have yet to see a Marvel movie fail, and they're still strong.
For now.
I think they're expecting a loss in Guardians of the Galaxy, but I think that Winter Soldier will make a buttload of money.
Right.
Wait, is there a difference between a buttload of money and a shitload of money?
Well, it depends on the size of the butt and the size of the shit. So it depends on the butt and the shit.
Is it coming up? Yeah. Anyway, it's gonna make tons of money. I think it's already, it was released. And the funny thing is, even though we're in a recession, it's still making money.
Yes, I know.
Which is impressive to me.
And we talked about this point that I brought up earlier about there's going to be a point where it's going to be oversaturated, that the market for superhero movies are going to be fading. And the thing that they were trying to do with the third Captain America movie is pitted against the Justice League, or the second
Superman Batman thing.
Right, in which they'll take a dive on Captain America, but I think if they do that, they're going to shoot themselves in the foot, and Marvel will take a hit as well as DC, because if DC doesn't pull it out of their ass, and Marvel takes it on the chin because of Captain America, Phase 3 may be the last part of any superhero movies we'll see from that point on, and that's it. So for the next couple of years, we're in the prime, but that's going to die.
Right, it's crescendo,
right?
and then it's gonna stave off.
Right. So you're gonna,
I don't argue with that. I think, but the thing is that there's gonna be like, you know what? Fine. So you go out the same weekend. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be in the theaters for at least 8 weeks plus.
We hope.
But the thing is, with summer blockbusters,
mm-hmm.
theater space and showtimes are they're limited. Like just like toy shelf space, you know. But it's coming out from a major motion picture. It's got a $200 million budget. And you're right. It could flop. Like the Lone Ranger. Yay! It opens big and no one goes, and then it closes.
Right. Which, you know, I remember the whole thing with Johnny Depp saying he blamed the people that were bad-mouthing the movie and all the bad press.
It wasn't about. It's a bad movie.
Right. It when we watched it, and I said, just watch The Lone Ranger. I'm not going to tell you how...
You got it from the library. You said, Gene, here. Yeah. Oh, cool. I've been wanting to see this. And my closing comment on it is, I'm glad I saw this alone.
Yeah.
And didn't hurt anyone else in their eyes and waste their time. And okay, Gene, here, watch this.
Right.
'Cause I was curious about it. I was like, yeah, oh, good. Here it is.
And now we know. And that's all we can say. It wasn't good.
No.
Not...
When you steal scenes from Back to the Future 3, you're just... Oh.
And you have good people that was making this movie. It didn't come together.
And they're not trying too hard. They were trying.
Yeah.
They know their job. Entertain me.
Yeah. And it just went on too long. You spent your wad... You shot your wad early with the train scene. Yes. I have to say...
Blew your wad, but okay.
No.
Shot your wad? Blew your wad?
I blew my wad.
You said shot, but okay, whatever.
Shot, what?
Whatever, let's keep going. Anyway, so, yeah.
Basically, you already jumped the gun by revealing with...
Trains.
But the train scene, which was
the
brilliant.
Train goes into this...
Yeah, it's a great scene. I get that train scene really amazing because you don't see trains derail or at least captured on film that way. But then we're going to get another train scene that's supposed to be even bigger.
Right, it has to be bigger.
And I'm like...
And the horse is running on it. Yes.
Yeah.
Good.
Galloping. No problems with...
But you've got the music that, you know...
Even by that time, when we hear the Lone Ranger... Da-dun, 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 I'm like...
William Tell overture.
Yeah, and I'm like...
It's over. Yeah, you didn't care.
No. Because I like Army. I like that. I just think this movie could have been so much better had it made it... And I'm not going back to... Well, let me go back to... I saw the original Lone Ranger movie. I was never a cowboy or a Western fan, whatever.
I like Westerns. I'm surprised to say it, but I do.
But that movie, for me, even though it had Christopher Lloyd is a bad guy in this movie, and even though that the actor who looked the part, his voice...
He had the white shirt, the blue shirt, and the red bandana, and the white hat.
Right, and he had his voice dubbed all the way through.
So did Darth Vader, so did Peter.
Right, it was so much better to be that much more simpler back then than to be the over the top with the CG effects, and that movie was at least an hour and a half too long.
I agree.
So
I tend to agree, but I wonder, find that Lone Ranger movie again and watch it now. I want to see what happens to you.
No, I really want to see it again, which goes back to, can I find that right now?
Yeah, but can you go back? Can you go back to childhood memories? Oftentimes, I find when you try to revisit childhood memories,
no, of course,
can't go back.
No, we saw Land of the Lost as kids. Sid and Marty Krofft. It was crap. We knew it was crap back then. It was crappy. But go back now and watch it. I'm like, oh my god, it is still crappy. But you're fine.
It's got nostalgia value.
Right.
Nostalgic value.
Electric Woman and Dino Girl. Oh my god, they're now releasing the characters as action figures.
Only Dino Woman.
I know. But still.
I have one. I had one.
You had one. What'd you do with it?
Oh, it's in a box.
In a box? Is that where you like to keep your other dolls?
No, just
action figures! Stop making fun of me!
I'm an easy target.
No, sorry, I didn't say play with the dolls.
Sometimes I get drunk. Okay. Not following that up. Anyway, so yes, go ahead.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
But in any case, we can, like I said, we can nerd rage about anything and still not be able to scratch the surface because we've been going on now. This is coming up about 2 hours and almost 30 minutes.
Too long. Too long!
So, of course, we're going to have to split this. But the point is that nerd rage for us has this effect on us. But the lesson to learn from all of this is that let's not have that knee-jerk reaction out of all this. Because 9 out of 10 times, we like, what the fuck were they thinking? And then it pans out that it works fine. But you just take that one movie that's like, you just see, I told you they fucked it up. They were going to fuck it up. We saw this coming, and they did it, and they fucked it up. But a lot of majority of times, like, having Ben Affleck as Batman, oh my God, that was all over the news and just would not stop.
You've got to give it a chance, though.
Right.
In the end. And the thing is, you can't stop it. Choices already been made.
Right.
You're just along for the ride.
Right.
And we're going to get your money whether you want to give it to us or not. You're
Right.
going to see it eventually.
Right. If you don't want to be supportive, don't watch the fucking movie. Don't bitch and complain saying, oh, they're the worst or whatever, and still rant about it. There's not much you can do about it, short of you becoming head of the studio that's launching that. If you don't like it, be the consumer. Don't use your money to pay for this movie and support it.
But my problem is that with the low population, the amount of money that's out there right now, it's still going to get fed.
I know. So even though we have this enormous rage that we get to this fervor state where we were foaming at the mouth and we're like, you can't do this. What the hell are you doing? It's out of our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we can bitch about it. We can do podcasts about it. We can acknowledge it. But then we just have to go on with our lives. Figure out on other things to spend your time on.
Read a book.
Oh, my God. You want to talk about the book you like?
I wouldn't mind. I don't know if we have time for this.
Yeah.
We saw Ender's Game together. We didn't know too much about it.
Right.
And I liked it. I liked it a lot because it's a lot about strategy in life. And what I went ahead and did was, I started researching it, again, unemployed, going on YouTube, and I found this this reviewer, Comic Book Girl 19, who I enjoyed, and she's just funny to me. And she talked about the difference between the book and the movie. So that got me inspired to read the book,
right.
And I really enjoyed the book. And the thing that was interesting to me, I've read before, and I haven't read in a while because life takes you away, even from things that you enjoy. You just, but I remember the joy of reading, and the funny thing to me is that the way that it inspires, and I was like, wow, I've forgotten I can learn from reading books, and that the journey that you take, even though it's in your imagination, can redirect or refocus your life to a way that you'd long since forgotten in the past. And so from Ender's Game, I went on to Ender's in Exile. And that was an interesting thing too, but the character stays the same. Again, the chronological
Thank you.
Chronological order of it is a little odd because he wrote the original Ender's Game back in the 80s, and he wrote this one more recently, and it was still a fine story that I enjoyed. And then I finished reading Speak of the Dead, and for me, Speak of the Dead was interesting because it takes the same character. Wasn't actually intended originally to be an Ender story, but he threw him in. It was originally supposed to be something else, but that story to me fascinated me because it went to a spiritual level, and so complex and yet so rich with moral goodness, I'm guessing, and the way that it reminded, for me personally, it reminded me the idea that you treat people well and with respect. You try not to crush the flowers and the daisies, and yet you can educate, and you can win, even without fighting sometimes. It's just patience, and there's a quote in it from Speak of the Dead that I really enjoyed, which was 3 things: hope, love, and faith. These 3, but love is the most important. And I was like, wow, I'd have to read that and to remember it and to digest it and think, I remember that. That's how I used to try to go forward. Very idealistic and yet very smooth and wonderful. I do recommend the Ender series so far. I'm only in the 3rd book. Second book, really.
Right.
But
right, in that order.
I love it. I'm very happy. And yeah, read a book. It's good for you. Read a book!
Yeah, I mean, we have so much other things to worry about. Other things that we can enjoy in the meantime, rather than just saying, wait till we see Flash's costume or Quicksilver's costume, which I still get upset because Quicksilver's costume, both the Avengers and the X-Men version.
But at least there's that little kind of flashy stripe through it, kind of.
Not even. But I'm not going to get in it because my head hurts. I'm really nerd raged out, so I'm
okay. Well, I'm glad that No longer suppressed. Do not suppress the rage.
We've been purging this. We've been pent up because we haven't done a podcast for so long. This had to happen anyway. So it's a good experiment to kind of like release, let it all go. It's all on the podcast. It's going to be on the internet. So it's kind of like a whole Zen thing.
Do you want to give special thanks to maybe some new listeners? I got my friend Daniel, I hope, who's in New York, who subscribed and listens to our podcast, I hope.
That's one!
One new listener!
Well, there's two. Barbara was the one who listened to our podcast. On her, who gave us some good insight about our podcast, about, you know...
yes, the young minds. Always fresh with insights.
It was very, very intelligent, very insightful. So it gave me a nice new perspective on looking at things, not in a dark way like she says I normally do. So it was kind of cool to do that.
Superman is supposed to be positive.
Yeah. And then 3, my cousin, Ralph. Up in New York. So thank you for listening to my podcast.
Shout out to you.
Because, you know, it was great to see you guys. See you again. And we'd love to have you be part of this when you do come down here, eventually when he does move down here. Because it was like, having you with me, Gene, is like you're the closest thing to have to a brother here in Florida. Oh. And for my cousin, he is like you plus one. Because he is my brother, and he is like my family, and he is my family. But
yeah, he is.
Duh. But it's like, it was like having... not seen him for years, and him and I were just picking up on conversations like we're doing right now to the nth degree. It was just like, I need to have him down here again, and I miss having some part of family down here.
You will be complete again soon.
One day.
With patience.
So again, thank you for listening to the podcast, because he gave me some good notes too. So at least we got 3 people today. I can't think of one.
Miss you. Thank you. Thank you for supporting us and keeping us sane.
Yeah, so hopefully we'll get maybe 4 people to listen, or at least the same 3 to listen to the same podcast over again.
Is there anything else you need to say? You got to close it out with the line.
I'm thinking about it. Should I? I don't know, because you're mocking me about the line of sci-fi from a certain point of view.
That's the line. That's you got that.
But what else can we What else can we throw into the mix about?
I want anyone to listen to this podcast.
Fine.
And without listening to previous podcasts, tell me what movie that's from.
Or a variation of that. There is no line from that other than a certain part of that. Whatever the case is, it's one of those, we're still trying to find our way in the world. We're trying to find our voice in this podcast. We're still finding a way to put a tagline on this goddamn show. So whatever it is you think that we should have, let us know. Because that means you're listening. And that's all that matters, is that you're listening and you like us. Or at least part of us. I love the beginning, but the middle part sucked, and the ending, like, I could...
Change your radiator! Can someone let this on? Help me!
Where's my bucket? Alright, guys. We're done. So,
hopefully,
in the next coming weeks or so, you'll be hearing Captain America, Winter
Soldier.
Which, it better be goddamn good.
It will be.
It better. And we'll be talking about more crap that's coming up. Although, Gene's not seen Walking Dead. I finished season 4, which better than last season. Still kind of like, it left me a little flat, but I was happy with the season overall. Arrow, I'm caught up.
I'm not caught up.
He's got to finish watching that.
I'm angry.
But Arrow has done great stuff, so I'm really excited about that, and I want to talk to him about that. Okay. And I can't think of what else that's out there that's coming up other than
Breaking Bad. Which
I haven't caught up on, but you haven't finished it, have you?
No.
So okay. But whatever the case, Clone Wars is on Netflix, so I'm definitely gonna be zooming through all that. Although my son is already passing me, so I have a lot of shit.
7-year-old son is advanced beyond you.
I got a lot of shit to catch up on. So hopefully, a lot of good things are coming up, and we're going to be doing more podcasts. We're actually going to try to do a library event, hopefully in the future, to do a mini Comic-Con.
Hopefully we'll be able to go to Star Wars Weekend. That'll be fun.
Star Wars Weekend. Hopefully to do a lot more stuff that's geeky, because
I know, right?
It enriches us. It makes us feel whole. and this is what we live for, is these kind of moments to kind of share and engage and just rant and banter, but it's still a lot of fun to do this, because honestly, if we didn't care about this shit, this would be a very short podcast.
You know, it sounds like money. It sounds like, please, so give money. Here,
this is NPR. What? Yeah, no, it's not. It's like, how come you only do the good show when you want money? Because that's when the only time is their show. Whatever.
Well, thank you for listening, and we appreciate it.
Bye. Is that lame?
It's lame.
It's very lame. Have a wonderful night.
Good night and good luck.
May all your days be Indiana Jones days, which they still don't say.
May all your days be not the sci-fi days.
Is that going to be the tagline?
I don't know.
We don't want that. Bye.
Nerd rage.